Alright, now it's daytime again. Morning. So, as we make our way back this way, I want to, talk a little bit. Which way do I... No, I don't need to cloak any of that. I'll talk a little bit about, some of the misconceptions and, things that people are just very ignorant about on the Steam forums, on the community hub there. I checked that the other day, and there is an exceedingly large amount of very ignorant posts, and people are very misinformed. Lots of posts like, why are there no updates, and devs don't care about the game, they just took the money and ran, and just really ignorant things like that. I don't want to clear up some of these misconceptions. There has not been an update in about a month, and there's a very good reason for that. There we go. Yeah, I stole that tent. Now, the reason there's been no update in the last month, and the patches have been a little bit slow going, is because the dev team is a, well, it's obviously the indie dev team. There's only about a dozen of them, and for a long time, it was only two people: the creator, the lead dev, and one other, maybe two other. The other guy was his roommate, and they were working on it after work. They were working full-time jobs, and they were only working on it after they got done with their full-time job, you know, in the evenings. And that's the way it was for quite a long time, until they started taking pre-orders from the game last year, whenever it got much closer to being done. Started taking pre-orders, and then that gave them the cash flow to hire more people, to start to hire a full dev team. And then the two of them, they're British, they live in London, and they weren't hiring devs only from the UK. They were hiring people based upon their abilities and their skills, and that meant that invariably they ended up with a very international team. A lot of other people are American on the team, and I think like an Australian and maybe an Asian. So I mean, the dev team was scattered like on 3 continents and 8 time zones, and that made for a very difficult sort of sort of collaboration. Very difficult to collaborate in those sort of situations when you have to juggle those kind of differences in time zones. So they came to the realization after a couple of months after release that it was not going to work out, and to be effective and efficient, they needed the entire dev team to be all working in a proper office face-to-face. So they decided, they went out and got a proper office in London, and had the whole dev team move from their countries of origin to England. And if you've ever moved before, if you're an American, you moved out of state before, you know what a hassle that is. Just imagine how much of a hassle it is to move to a different country altogether and ship your stuff in a boat, and you know, getting visas and all of that stuff to immigrate. It's not an easy process. It was very time consuming. They weren't able to work on the game really. And that took about a month and a half, and about a week or two ago, that process was done. That's the reason why there's been no update for about a month and a half. And they're now done with the moving. They're all there in London at the proper office, and they're getting back to work at it. They don't post. They got too much on their plate. They don't have time to post on the Steam community forums. They had their own website and forums going long before the game was ever on Steam. So the best place for information about the game is the official website, playstarbound.com. I always put it in the a link to it in the description of the video. If you want to know what's going on with the devs and the progress of the game, check out the official site, playstarbound.com. The devs are excellent about communicating. They just don't communicate on the Steam community hub. That's a dumb place to communicate, honestly. That's not a very effective means of communication for them. There's no tools there for them to work with. Their own website is much better. And they do communicate a lot. Pretty much every weekday, every workday, business day, one of the devs posts a sort of a blog with pictures and a video of what they're doing, what they're worked on that day, and what their plans are in the future. And they really put out a lot of information about things, and a lot of times it's they do it in a way that enables the maximum amount of feedback from the community. They'll say, hey, you know, we're planning on trying to take it in this direction. What do you guys think? And they ask the community before they ever do any coding, before they ever do any actual work on it. That is very different than most games. Even other indie games, they'll be like, yeah, so I coded this and we got this in the game. You know, that's going to be in the next patch. I worked on that. What do you guys think about it? And then they tweak and change that idea based on player feedback, but they don't completely abandon it. They don't come up with ideas based solely on community feedback. Not like these guys are doing. It's very unique. So to say that the devs took the money and ran is very ignorant and misinformed, to say the least. Well, to say it in the kindest way possible. The early part of the beta back in December was really just about stabilization, optimization. I mean, if you think about it, a dev team, even a AAA dev team with huge, finances, they still can't build enough computers and have enough computers to run the game on, 10,000 different computers with 20,000 different hardware configurations. So that's what a beta is for, is to get a bunch of people with all their different varied hardware sort of configurations to find out, what's not optimized with this particular setup, or what's not working right with that one. So that was really what the early part of the beta was for. It got a lot of the under-the-hood sort of coding out of the way, and it involved several times they had to put character wipes in, but now they're done with that completely. There are no more character wipes. And now they're focusing on, now that they've got it stable and pretty bug-free. I've played it for like 60 hours and I have not run across a single bug. I've not had any crashes. It's exceedingly stable and bug-free for a beta, at least. I'm sure there are a few bugs here and there, but I haven't seen any. So anyway, now that they've got that out of the way, they're working hard on progression and adding more content. That's their primary focus now. Dang it! Stop holding me, stupid monkey. So, I think, where was I? I'm trying to find the spot I was at. I was really very far, wasn't I? Jesus. And check out this this tent that I got from those bandits. It works, it's a little bit bigger, but it works just like a bed. You can place it down, and oh shit, get out of here. See, I'm trying to use my stupid thing. Use my tent. It works just like a bed, and you can use it to regen your health. But it looks much cooler than a bed. And for RP purposes, it suits the exploration better than carrying a bed around. And of course, it's gonna get nighttime on me. I think I'm about back to the cave I was looking for, though. I think it's like right around the corner here. So, I'm gonna find it. Hopefully it will get daytime on me. And I'll pick up another episode. So, hope you enjoy. Maybe you learned something. Got quite a bit of information out to you that last episode. Next time we will have the adventure here. The cave and the other thing I found before. So, yep. Gonna go now. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe for more. It helps me out. Shows me that you care. Till next time, though, I hope you have a good one.